My name is Elias Drake, xenoarchaeologist, exobiologist, and, as of recently, the unwilling mate of a 6'7" Beastwoman from an alien death world. Me explain. It started on Loraxus Prime, an uncharted jungle planet orbiting a dying red giant in the Perseus Arm. The expedition was routine: chart the terrain, catalog local species, search for ruins. The air was breathable, barely. The gravity was just heavy enough to give our Earth-trained muscles a workout. The trees were the size of skyscrapers, and the bugs. Let's just say I stopped taking off my helmet after one the size of a cat tried to burrow into my neck. We were mapping the western basin when we found the ruins, jagged stone spires jutting from the jungle like ribs. Pretech. Covered in pictographs that looked like something between claw marks and ancient cuneiform. It was a gold mine. But then I found her. She wasn't like the rest of the native fauna. The Loraxi beasts we'd seen so far were either toothy and hostile or camouflaged and quiet. This one stood in the middle of the clearing like a monument. Tall, thickly muscled, with deep gray fur covering her body, sharp feline eyes, and a jagged mane of obsidian black hair. She wore armor, real armor, not bones and scraps. It was ceremonial, old and half-rusted, but it told me one thing. She was sapient. I lowered my scanner slowly, tried not to make any sudden movements. Then she raised a hand, pointed at me, and uttered a single guttural sentence in a language I didn't understand. And my translator buzzed in my ear. "I claim you." And blinked. "Excuse me." She said it again, louder this time. "I claim you." Then she walked right up to me, sniffed the air, and placed a clawed hand on my chest. A soft pulse radiated from her fingers. My HUD blinked red, throwing an error. My biometric readouts fluttered. And something inside me shifted. That's when everything went to hell. Back at camp, things got weird fast. My suit started malfunctioning. Communications dropped to static whenever I spoke. The food synthesizer refused to recognize my genetic ID. Even worse, my reflection began to change. Subtly at first. Is brighter. Skin tougher. Veins like dark roots just beneath the surface. My team didn't believe me about the Beastwoman. They hadn't seen her. Thought I'd touched something toxic in the ruins. Maybe I had. But then the dreams began. Vivid, inescapable visions of her, prowling through jungle moons, slaying rival warlords, and dragging me behind her as her bonded consort. Every night, the visions grew stronger, more real. My heartbeat began to sync with hers in the dreams. I tried to leave, packed my gear and headed for the evac shuttle. But the jungle wouldn't let me go. I walked in a straight line for 8 hours. Ended up back at the same clearing, same ruins, and she was there waiting, sitting on a stone throne like some primal queen. "You resist the bond," she said. This time the translator worked perfectly. "But the curse is sealed." I stepped back. "What curse?" She stood towering over me. "My kind, once gods of this land, are fading. The blood grows thin. Our power fragmented, but the old ways remain. Heart claim ritual. Performed it. You are mine. I'm not even from this planet." Her eyes glowed. "You are now." And then she walked away, disappearing into the mist like some myth. I collapsed right there, exhausted, sweating. And for the first time, I felt my pulse echoing with hers. Days passed. Then weeks. My team left. They had to. I told them to go. I didn't blame them. Changed too much. My DNA had started rewriting itself. I didn't need the suit anymore. My lungs adapted. My reflexes sharpened. My nails grew thicker. My senses expanded, smell, sound, even infrared tracking. I was becoming like her. And still she stayed away, watching, always watching from the treetops, never interfering. Until the storms came. Laraxis Prime has a monsoon season. And by monsoon I mean hurricane while on fire. The winds howled like banshees. The jungle turned into a nightmare of whipping vines, floods, and territorial megafauna going feral. I was caught in it, torn from my shelter, thrown into a ravine, my legs shattered. And that's when she came. The Beastwoman. She leapt down the rocks like a demon, lifted me like I weighed nothing, and carried me to a cave. There she cleaned the wound, wrapped my leg with ancient methods, and sat beside me in silence. "You resisted too long," she said. "I didn't ask for this." Her eyes narrowed. "Neither did I. But fate wove us together. The curse chooses, not us." "What even is this curse?" She stared into the fire. "Our ancestors made a pact. In times of dying blood, the old power would choose a soul from beyond the stars, one strong enough to bear the lineage forward. You are the chosen. You carry the ember." I laughed bitterly. "So I'm a breeding experiment." I snarled. "Do not reduce the sacred to filth. You're not just mate. You are anchor. An spirit root. Your soul is now linked to mine. If you die, I die." That shut me up. Over the next few weeks she taught me. Her name was Sharikath, last of the Thunderclaw line. Once a ruling matriarch of the beast tribes of Laraxis, now a solitary warrior guarding the ruins of her people. She showed me the glyphs, how they spoke of cycles, bloodlines, and the pact forged in desperation. A cosmic roulette of bonding that reached across the stars when extinction loomed. Asked why me. She didn't have an answer. Perhaps your soul burned brighter. Or perhaps fate is cruel. Still she trained me. Taught me to hunt, to fight, to listen to the heartbeat of the planet itself. And slowly the bond grew. I could feel her presence in my chest. Her emotions like distant echoes in my mind. When she bled, I winced. When I laughed, she smiled. But it was not love. Not yet. We were partners. Survivors. Bound by something neither of us asked for. Then the mercenaries came. It was a corporate vessel, Orbitex Industries. They'd picked up our abandoned signals and landed to scavenge. But when they found the ruins and the cave and me, they wanted more than salvage. They saw what I'd become. "A hybrid," one of them muttered. "We could make billions." I resisted. They tried to sedate me. Sharikath tore through their ranks like a thunderstorm made flesh. But there were too many. They overwhelmed us. They chained her. Dragged me into a containment pod. I felt her agony like fire in my veins. The bond screamed inside me. And that's when I stopped resisting. I let the curse awaken. My skin erupted in dark fur. My muscles bulked. My voice turned into a roar that cracked steel. I broke the pod. I shattered the walls. Became not human, not beast, something in between, something old. I freed her. Together, we burned the jungle with their wreckage. When the fires died down and the stars returned above the trees, she looked at me not with pride, but with understanding. "You accepted it," she said. "I had to." "No. Chose to. That matters." I sat beside her on the ruined stones, breathing heavily, our bond thrumming like a heartbeat shared. "What now?" I asked. She tilted her head. "Now we rebuild." "Rebuild what?" "Our people. The bloodline. The legacy. Together." I sighed. Looked up at the twin moons. I had come here for knowledge. For science. For discovery. And I had found a queen. Curse. Destiny. I had been claimed. And somewhere deep in my bones, in the part of me that now pulsed with alien strength and ancestral fire,